Welcome to another edition of Hollywood Lanes with Pittsburgh Sportsline. We do the first Monday of each month. I can't find Jeffrey Park, the owner. He called me about 5:30, said, "You guys coming out?" Well, we're at 2961 West Liberty Avenue in downtown Dormont. So thanks to everybody for coming out to the show. I see you all found it, so that's good. And it didn't seem like there was a lot of traffic tonight for some reason. So we're going to start this show. And I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. I got my co-host, Smoking Jim Frazier. Special shout out to Skip Atkins. He likes to feed us. I can't believe it, Skip. Molly's Pizza's delicious. Thank you very much. And make sure you post up. I'm not going to remind you to post all our photos, just some of them. When Frank gives them to me, you can post them up and share them like you do. And I appreciate all that. You share all my stuff, my green tea thing in the morning and everything else throughout the day. Thanks a lot, Skip. Hope you had a great day today. Now, we're seeing this show will be rebroadcast Wednesday night, 7 o'clock to 8 on Comcast 7, only in Bethel Park. Verizon 32's in Bethel Park and everywhere in the Pittsburgh area. We hit a new high of 6,400 likes a few weeks ago. We've been slipping to 6,395. Before I left the house, we were at 6,399 likes. So appreciate everybody watching the show and giving us those likes. And any of you new fans, you can like Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. I'm hoping to get a couple tonight maybe, so we'll have to check it out. Devin, did we crack 6,400 again? Ah, man, your phone's slow. Well, we have a sponsor for our first segment of the show, and he's actually in the house. Skeets Lewandowski, stand up so they can see who you are. He owns Skeets Service Station, which they're our proud sponsor of What's on Your Mind, and that's how we open the show. And Skeets Service Station is 7 miles from my house down in Finleyville. I was there today for Skeets' buffet. I had herring and wine sauce. I had sausage, I had cheese, and the reason I'm there is this Uncle Al, brings donuts from Bethel Bakery, which is a mile from my house, but I'd rather travel 7 miles on a Monday to see Skeets and talk boxing and who knows whatever else he's talking about. So thanks for coming out, Skeets. Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green, you got to see Levine. I tell you what, I'm going out to Skeets next Monday. I got to get my lawnmower fixed.
You better get it because your grass is about a foot high the way you cut grass.
Hey, big hand for national and international model. She's the current Miss Allegheny County, America, and soon will be Miss Pennsylvania. Big hand for Cindell Taylor in the house. Big hand for Hall of Fame photographer Frank Fabus is here. You know, the one thing about professional sports, there's a lot of curses in sports. The biggest curse was Babe Ruth and the curse of the Bambinos. The Cleveland Browns had some curses: the fumble, the drive, and the decision. In 1995, Cleveland Browns fired Bill Belichick, and I truly believe in my heart Bill Belichick made a deal with the devil to win Super Bowls. Bill Belichick's deal with the devil helped the third-team running back, James White, turn into Marshall Faulk or Le'Veon Bell for one day. He broke a Super Bowl record with 14 catches. Belichick's deal with the devil turned NFL MVP Matt Ryan into a deer in headlights. Lady Gaga could have played better in the fourth quarter. Not only did Belichick destroy Atlanta, he also destroyed rappers Future, Young Thug, T.I., Ludacris, Bone Crusher, 2 Chainz, Soulja Boy, and Young Jeezy. Listen, you need to be a better rapper, and you need to be better at the Dirty Bird if you want to defeat the devil.
Smoking Jim, did you forget anybody? Because I can't hear anymore. You were naming names like...
You love rap.
I listen to some rap, just like you're a country western guy. My favorite. It's a shocker. I haven't heard you yet hear a country western song. But Smoking Jim is truly an NFL scout. He's one of the best co-hosts I could ever have. Look at that smile. One of the nicest guys you'll have here. And I hope he didn't pay attention to that opening, because a lot of that was nonsense that he prepared before he got in here. And he doesn't read that, so it's amazing. What's on my mind is I always watch the Super Bowl. I have fond memories. My dad's been dead 5 years. I remember him coming over. What are you doing? I go, I'm watching the Super Bowl. You're more than welcome. I usually don't go out on a Super Bowl or Super Bowl parties, although I've been to a few. So I was just sitting there watching the game at home. It's 21-3 at halftime, and I go, I can't believe I'm watching this game. I've had enough. Well, I'm stubborn. First kickoff goes off in the second half. First series, nobody scores. Second series, Atlanta scores. It's 28-3. I'm weighing that. Do you stay and watch the rest of the game? Or you just shut the TV off and say, I saw the Super Bowl. I couldn't turn the set off. I stayed, I watched the whole game. I watched Belichick and Brady score 31 points, including the overtime touchdown. Just an amazing game. I mean, I bleed black and gold all the time, but my hat goes off to Brady. His mother was there, and she's been sick. You know, it was just a great performance by a quarterback and a team. I don't know how they come back, except Atlanta let them back in the game. They took the foot off the pedal. Whatever they did in the first half, they didn't do a thing in the second half. It was sad. So that was the Super Bowl. That's what's on my mind. I'm not as entertaining as Smoking Jim, but I got to give you what's on my mind. That's it. We're going to start bringing up guests. Now, the next two guests I'm going to bring on, I'm going to bring Jeremy up. I wanted to tell a little story. Dave Cable suggested I bring up Jeremy and I bring up Dan. They just did a BP TV show with the mayor of Bethel Park, Jack Allen. So I saw their interviews. I don't know if I can do any better with the interviews that they did because they were in their location. Jeremy, come on up. My number one hardest question that I ask everybody is, what's your name?
Jeremy Smith.
And where are you from?
From Peters. Live in South Hills now.
Okay. And what's the name of your Iron City Elite thing?
Yeah, Iron City Elite Strength Conditioning.
I did read that card. He gave me your card. I have it right in here.
Nice.
And what made you start this business?
I've been coaching for years, about 15
Where
years
at?
now. Around the area, so working with people.
In the
for
South
fitness
Hills?
Performance, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Where'd you go to college?
Slippery Rock for undergrad and Cal U for grad school.
Because Smoking Jim knows players and stuff. He's an NFL scout. He'll drop names and everything else. So I do that for him. That's a little setup for him. So we got to have a little fun here.
Awesome.
So you've been doing this 15 years.
Yeah, I've been at owner of Iron City Elite for 4.5. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's
Thanks.
great. Looks like a nice facility. Tell us the address.
We're on 4156 Library Road. We're right in Castle Shannon.
And what's that near?
Flag Factory. We're right
Oh, okay. So,
Connor Road in 88.
right,
there.
you're before you get to Connor Road.
Immediately after Connor Road.
Okay.
Depending
Well,
on
depend
where
on
you're
which
coming-
way you're
which
going.
way you're
I'm
coming.
saying from downtown
From
Pittsburgh.
downtown, then correct. Yeah.
Okay.
We're right
That's
there.
what I base it on.
Okay.
Because Pittsburgh Sportsline. Hence the Pittsburgh. I think so. Yeah. Talking to that mic again. Go ahead.
Test?
It is now. We got
Ah.
it. We had him whispering.
That's all right.
When we moved it, I moved it to the other side. Devin moved it back here, and we lost something in the shuffle.
Someone's got to go first and, work out the kinks.
All right, you're
That's
done.
fine. Yeah.
You're done.
I don't mind being the guinea pig.
We got you started. All right, next for tomorrow. We'll continue this. Now, what do you do at your facility? Because we've had other guys and ladies on that have their own gyms and kettlebells and all kind of other things.
Yeah,
So
we
what's
work-
happening there?
We work with youth and adult athletes, whether it be
What's the youngest?
8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the oldest?
Athlete or client in general?
in general?
73, 74.
All right, you passed the test.
Yeah, got to stay active.
Yeah, I like
Use it
that.
or lose it, so
Keep them moving.
you have to keep
I'm
moving.
getting older too. As we're talking, smoking Jim's killing me. I'm getting older. Can't hear in my left ear anymore, so I may have to come out to see what you
Yeah,
do.
we can't help you with that, but we'll help you with everything else.
I noticed that. I saw kids running. I saw different areas of there. Tell us what you have.
Yes, we work with a lot of youth athletes for foundational performance. So, if they're looking to get bigger, faster, stronger, those key things. But it's really more than that. It's moving well, getting stronger, adding speed and power on top of that. So,
Do you start them out slow, depending on their capabilities?
exactly. So we do something, particularly in that 8 to 13 range where we work. It's called foundations, where we work on the basics. You have
My
to,
dad would have loved you because he was doing a bike all the time, and he got diabetes late in life, and he said he has to do fundamentals.
Yeah.
I go, Dad, what are you even talking about? Well, he was on a treadmill. He'd do a half hour. He'd do his bike a half hour. Then he'd walk. And then he goes, I got to eat rabbit food. So he ended up losing some weight, which he had
That's
to.
awesome, right?
Yeah, so
that was
getting,
a lifestyle at that point.
getting
You had to.
diabetes late in life, it worked for him.
Yeah.
And he did it on his own, fundamentally.
Yep.
So when I hear that, I have to always put that out there.
Yeah, there's a
it's
lot
in
of good
my
in the
mind.
basics, absolutely. So,
Yeah, and that's what he did. He followed that. He lifted some weights, did stretching.
Yeah.
He wasn't good at the stretching. He needed a coach.
yeah, movement.
that's
movement
tough as
things
they
can
get
be
older.
challenging. So there's a variety of ways we work with clients now. Stretching's even kind of changed over the past few years. So a lot of soft tissue work, a lot of different mobility exercises. The days of kind of just doing static stretching are kind of done.
Yeah, he was trying to do that and struggled.
Yeah, it can be challenging.
Yeah,
so for sure.
I'll admit that.
Yeah.
And I noticed you're hands-on with the kids. You had them running there. You're right in the middle of the stuff.
Exactly. So we do everything in small group settings, so no one is handed a clipboard and left to go on their own. No one in our facility is just kind of working out on their own. So you're always being attended to, whether you're in one-on-one
It's like a
or
team.
small group.
You got like a
Exactly.
team.
Our team training is, a group of kids. They may play the same sport together. So, it's an extra thing they do for that teamwork component and to get stronger and get better and perform and hopefully resist some injuries in the process.
Well,
Stay healthy.
That's some of the goals.
Yeah, because if you're not on the ice, court, or field,
Right.
you're not going to help your team.
That makes sense. And do you help with all sports?
We do work with pretty much an athlete from every sport. We specialize a lot with hockey, baseball, softball as well. But really, we have athletes in every arena and a lot of endurance athletes as well.
I got to get personal.
Yeah.
Did you play sports?
I play hockey. Yeah,
Okay.
so hockey.
So
was
you
always
lean
my
towards
thing.
the hockey here.
Yeah, I
You
definitely
can't
love-
help yourself.
Definitely love the Pens and hockey in general. So.
Well, count me in.
Yeah.
And Smoking Jim predicted they'd win a Stanley Cup last year after I predicted that.
Yeah.
Because he's a
after you
big cat.
predicted that.
After I predicted it. And the funny thing about it is Crosby the first half of the year was terrible.
Yeah.
When we got a new coach, things started to go.
That's the recipe. Same thing with Dan Bausma,
Well, it's similar. And
Right.
Coaches have a shelf life, I don't know if you know it, in hockey of 4 years.
That's
That's
about
their
right.
shelf life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're gone. And now some last longer. There's a few.
Right.
Due to the reputation, and they change it up and yell and do things like that. But
Absolutely.
most of them are gone within 4 years. Well, Smoking Jim jumped on that bandwagon and rode it on home. He doesn't know what a hockey game is, except his favorite player is
Yager.
the ageless wonder.
Yeah, he's a legend. Can't go wrong with that.
He was in more ways than one, but he liked because he went to strip clubs and ate Kit Kats.
Great mullet as well.
That was, well, he was more on the Kit Kats and strippers.
Yeah, I mean, can't go wrong there.
And we digress a little bit, but you played hockey for who?
I played Mount Lebanon Hornets as a kid, just recreationally.
Okay.
Still play now, just some inline.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
No, that's good stuff. I know friends
Try to
still
keep moving.
playing hockey. An artist, Mike Fratangelo, does these huge paintings. He does hockey. He's a school teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
so
a lot of good, a lot of rinks around, a lot of
Keeps you
places to
moving.
play. Absolutely.
So you got to stay limber like these kids are.
Got to keep up. Don't want anyone catching up.
Well, I'm not going to ask your age. We'll let that stuff go.
Sounds good to me.
We'll keep that private.
Yeah, that works.
Now, how do they get a hold of you?
You can visit our website, ironcityelite.com. You can email me directly, jeremy@ironcityelite.com. Those are the best ways to reach out. Anything on social media, Instagram, Iron City,
I know the
@ironcityelite.
phone, you didn't reach back to me on it. Dan did.
Dan did, yeah, he handled that.
And I handled this get-together for
Yeah, you did.
So, glad you could
I
make
let it get in his hands. I said, fantastic.
Well, he spoke very highly of you, and
Yeah.
I'd heard good things about you. I'm glad you could make it to
Yeah, I
the
really
show.
appreciate you having us.
Well, we like to promote good people, and you're in the Chamber of Commerce now, so
Correct.
that's a good thing there. I heard Jack Allen bringing that up, so I
Yeah.
at least had to say that. That's my man.
Okay.
So he's a good guy, mayor of Bethel Park. He'll be running again. What happened now? This is unusual. Why did that? All right, that was my problem. Hold it, he's inhaling that pizza.
Yeah.
Skip's the best. Molly's Pizza. We appreciate it. All right, where else are we going to go? What else? What hours are you open?
Everything is by appointment, so tomorrow I'm
Really?
there with clients at 5:30 in the morning. I'll be there until 8:30
You're kidding.
p.m. But yeah, it's me and a bunch
It's
of
flexible.
coaches. Yeah, so we have set times depending on what group they're involved in. If it's our endurance athletes,
Do
they're
you put
primarily
kids
there in the evening.
together by their needs? That's what it's
Yeah, we
based on, and
group
their
them by
fundamentals they
age,
need?
right? A lot of our females stick together, but we have groups that are
You mix
boys
it
and
up?
girls. Yeah, particularly there's like certain age ranges that works well for. Once they get above 14, typically we're grouping them by sport.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like your style with that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and it seems successful.
Yeah, we're trying to grow even more in the community, get more information out there, and just give kids a great place to work and adults as well.
All right, put that website out one more time.
All right, it's IronCityElite.com.
Okay. Very good.
All right.
It's a pleasure having you on the show.
Thanks so
Good luck
much.
in the future.
All right, appreciate it.
And maybe we'll check in with you in the next 6 months.
Sounds good.
Tell us your name
Dan Norkowitz.
and tell us what you do at this Iron City Elite. You got to explain this because
All right, yeah.
you gave me a little dissertation on it, and I understand.
Okay, good. Well, I'm a physical therapist, been a physical therapist for 25 years, and I help people, I get people active and keep them mobile and try to keep them off painkillers. So I work one-on-one sessions and try to find out what your issues
So
are.
after these people do their fundamentals and strain themselves, you get them back together.
Right, exactly. Get them back together. Or
I understand.
You can strain yourself somewhere else and do that. But I work with the athletes too. Athletes, what's their biggest
Do you
fear?
have a room right there where you work
I
at?
have a room.
Because I saw something in there. I wasn't sure.
Right. I'm gonna get to that. We have a special room. We got a special room for special things that I do there.
Can you work on my man here?
I can work on your man. I can work on.
I didn't ask
anybody.
Jeremy because I didn't want to have to say he needs to lose 100 pounds.
No, I don't have to use a lot of. He's got to build that arm up a little bit more for the pizza there.
He's a power lifter, so.
Yeah, that's it. He's powerlifting, that's it.
He went off the tracks. We'll just leave that go. So you could work on him.
I can work on him. Yes.
Anybody.
Anybody comes in there.
25 years of experience.
Yeah.
How'd you meet Jeremy?
I just hooked up with him because he had some space available, and I was looking around for some space to.
Can we get to that room?
We're getting to that room,
All
yeah.
right.
So in the room, it's just the room in the back, and I have a therapy table there, but also
I saw that.
Right. So I also have it's a motion capture system, motion analysis.
What
So
does that mean?
What does that mean? That means I got 8 cameras that are around the ceiling, and it looks at it digitizes you. So you get, when on the camera, you'll get a little skeleton on you, so it digitizes you, and it breaks down your motions. So we
Boy,
can
is
look-
that interesting.
Yeah, so we can look at, when you're doing these fundamental movements
Yes.
for athletics,
That's a key word
That's a
today.
key word. That's the word of the night. So that's the idea. So we look at, the things that are in common for athletics. What's that, like squats, lunges, and jumps. We do a series of jumps to see, how much weight you're putting on each leg when you're jumping.
See the stress that they're putting
See
there.
the stress that they're putting on it and how equal it is. And then we do, one-legged jump on each leg to see how they compare. And
Wow,
most-
you're working them hard.
We're working them hard, right? But then that's because a lot of good data then to compare how that looks.
And
when
how much time do you take doing that?
the test takes about 15 minutes or so just to get all everything, because it's real quick. Because I don't have any. You ever seen on the Olympics? They got all those little dots and
Yeah.
spacers. I don't have that. You don't need that. It's
So you can do it all with the cameras.
The cameras at the computer do all the analysis. So
That's
it
pretty
really
cool.
Makes it simple. So you come in just wearing, your athletic, whatever you wear.
What made you buy this?
Well, I felt I saw, a need because, I did play sports when I was younger, got injured.
I was going to get into that.
Okay, we'll get back to that. But, so
You're segueing into my questions.
Segueing into it, okay. Well, you watch you a couple of times, you know what you're going to do.
Okay.
Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I just decided, hey, there's an opportunity here to help start developing, some athletes.
And take them further.
Take them further. And then also, get them from injury because, that's, a fear of, athletics.
Well, plus that holds you back from progressing.
Right. So again, if we can look at, when you stand on one leg, if you don't have the ability to plant that leg very well because you're weak, well, we can develop that and fix that.
Jeremy will work on that.
Jeremy works on it after we get so far.
I like this teamwork.
We got to get some of the basics done first because that's where we're lacking. Because you can go and keep trying. Because if someone gets hurt, what do?
Yeah.
They just keep trying to do the same.
Boy, I'm glad I asked you these questions because I couldn't figure out what was going on in there.
Right. So that's what's basically going on. So it's
no, that's pretty in depth.
Yeah, it does get pretty in depth. But so that's what we need to be in depth because again, the kids are starting younger. I mean, they're they're in the pros at 18.
Right.
So
that's got to help those pitchers that are throwing the ball.
The pitchers.
That's the most unnatural motion you can even do.
Right, and a lot of that comes. Where do you know that comes from? What? Your hips and waist, and you got
legs.
And your
legs.
Legs
help.
So
but that arm gets all tore up.
That's right. Right. I did just have a young softball pitcher. This 14-year-old girl. She had that exact problem. She could not bear weight on her leg very well. And what did she keep doing? She kept trying to pitch.
Right.
Well,
that's not going to work.
She just ruined her shoulder. Well, after we helped her fix, get stronger in the hip and through the core.
You could go up.
And then she was able to then complete her cycle. Her pitching looked better. And she got like 8 miles an hour better on her fastball.
That's pretty good.
That's really good for that level, or any level, really.
Yeah.
So that's how we can.
Thanks for sharing that story. Now, did you play sports?
I played sports in high school.
What sport?
I played basketball.
Well, you got some height there.
Got some height, yeah.
And where did you grow up?
I was in Baldwin.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Something bad over there.
No, he knows people everywhere. He actually watched football film, 2 films a day at least, and he knows players everywhere. We could say, what year did you graduate, and he'll know somebody from that class.
81. Yeah. Yeah.
See? He's undefeated like this.
He's undefeated. That's good.
Not only does he eat pizza.
He has a reputation. He's keeping it up.
And try to struggle with that arm with the pizza, but he can answer questions. He's actually good. He's actually a great interviewer, too. He's much better than me, but he likes calling me Johnny Carson, so I call him Ed McMahon. And he seems like he fits that role really well.
Yeah, it's good. Does he get a big check for us?
Yeah, it's in the mail.
It's in the mail.
It's coming.
Okay.
Now, did you play in high school?
Yeah, I played in high school. I played like CYO ball in high school. I played on the team and then played CYO ball in my senior year.
And then where'd you go to school?
I went to Slippery Rock.
I
went to Pitt.
Both of you went to Slippery Rock.
I went to Pitt and then I went to Slippery Rock.
Okay.
And then St. Augustine.
Okay. I'm glad we got it all out. Anywhere else you went to school?
No.
Online or anything?
Well,
Phoenix or?
The St. Augustine was on a lot of it online.
Okay. Well, they started going to it as you got older.
Right.
And that happened. You kept up with it.
Oh, yeah. I'm always keeping up. You have to.
Well, especially in what you do.
Right. So
you got to keep current because people are getting injured all the time and stressing out on stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Where do you see you going with this over this year?
We're looking to develop it with some teams. We're trying to get some teams in there and do the whole team. And
that'd be great.
And get some, before and after. That's really where the beauty will come in because if we get you before you get injured, then
you got a baseline.
We've got a baseline, and then we can get you back.
See, I'm familiar with some of these terms.
That's right. That's exactly right. So that's what we're looking to do and looking to get into some basketball league, some developmental basketball league. And
I know you got to do hockey because of Jeremy.
We got to do hockey. Yeah, we had a hockey player in there that did really well.
Good.
And it was interesting to see how we got him going a little bit, and then to see how his power changed after we strengthened him up a little bit.
That's got to make you feel good.
Oh yeah. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah, you see the progress.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you're helping people.
Oh yeah. Always.
What do the parents say? Any good reports from parents?
Parents are ecstatic because the kids aren't hurt anymore, so they can do all this stuff. They don't have to drive.
And then they can go get those scholarships
They
that
can
are
get
out
the
there.
scholarships. That's right. That's what they're looking
You're
for.
helping them make some money.
Oh yeah, that's it. And then they don't have to go to they don't spend time in rehab. They don't have to spend time.
Right.
And then they
They're
go to
already
the
beyond it
showcases.
because
Right.
they're doing the good things.
Right.
Definitely.
That's what we're working for.
With your programs.
That's what we're trying to do. Trying to build it.
I like that room. Thanks for explaining
Yeah.
what that room is there.
Okay.
And that table.
Yeah.
No, congratulations. Glad I got to meet you. Thanks for the phone call. I'm glad you called me back and we
Okay.
can set this up.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you.
You're a great guest,
All right.
and we'll see you next time. Maybe in 6 months we'll call you
I'm
on.
gonna throw up my website. I got a website too.
I forgot all about it. I'm
About
just going with
Motion.
Iron
Yeah.
City.
Well, yeah,
Elite.
we're separate. We're got
Yeah.
separate entity here.
Tell us your website and how to get a hold
how
of
to get a
you
hold of me.
personally.
It's motioninaction.org, and it's dan@motioninaction.org.
All right, just repeat that again because I'm getting deaf.
Motioninaction.org.
All right, we were at boxing on Saturday afternoon, and what I thought were 8 fights were 15 fights. So thanks to Skeets for setting us up. It was a great show. I told Dave Cable when I got the camera, probably 8 fights. Went there, saw 15. I was there from 20 to 1 till 6 o'clock. Dave's going to make a 2-part edition of the boxing, so Skeets, you'll see 2 separate shows there. And one of the boxers that was on towards the end of the night or afternoon is Alexa. Will you come up, Alexa? You know, I got to ask you one important question.
Go ahead.
What's your name?
I'm Alexa Muslin.
And aren't you going to Keystone Oaks?
Yes, I'm a senior.
You can't be a senior.
Yeah.
How long have you been boxing?
Well, I started when I was in 9th grade, and now.
3 years ago. Roughly.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
I go with the ballpark. I'm just happy to have another KO champion on our show. I had your senior quarterback on. He was on the show. He did interviews, so it was nice. Yeah. Alex Smith was a great interview. Nice to have him.
Yeah.
Nice to have another Alex on the show. You and Colleen battled out like I cannot believe. Your skills have just improved so much.
Thank
It
you.
was just an honor to be announcing the fight, see the results, and you won. I don't see any damage there. Smoking Jim said, "Did you even get hit?" Meanwhile, Colleen was throwing punches left and right. Same with you. You were doing those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6s. You were covering it all.
Yep, it was a good fight. It was a good fight.
I want to go back in time. What got you interested in being a boxer or even trying to work out to be a boxer?
I don't know, like, I used to play, like, volleyball and basketball and all those different sports, and, like, I don't know. It was, like...
They weren't challenging enough.
Yeah, that's it.
I got the words for you. I read the
They're
dictionary.
too easy for me. I didn't need them.
You needed a challenge.
Yeah.
Well, that's just awesome. Now, one of the things that a lot of young people and even us older people don't like is road work.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it, and I know you do road work to stay in shape because
Every
you were in
day.
great shape in the ring.
Thank you.
Every day?
Yep.
Let's be serious.
No, seriously.
I can't
I run
believe
all
it.
the time.
We got an honest guest.
Honest.
It's a challenge.
It is.
And your senior year, where are you going to go to school for next year?
Next year.
What's your plan?
Next year, I plan to go to CCAC and see where it goes from there.
You know what? That's pretty darn smart. The
Yeah.
price is right while you're trying to decide. What's at the top of your mind? I pulled it out earlier. Will you say it?
Yeah, I want to be a police officer.
Well, congratulations on that. I'm not going to pressure you anymore. Are you going to
you.
be boxing in Golden Gloves?
Yes, I am.
Do you know when your first fight is?
Not yet.
Okay, because it's early.
It is. Like, I think they have the schedule, but, like, they don't
I
have
heard
the
I
fighters
heard the
yet.
14th is the earliest that it starts. 18th. Oh, 18th? All right. Thanks. Smoking Jim's here for a reason. Not just to take photos with sweeties and smile. Look at that smile. The best smile in the business. Well, at least we got that out. Well, I wish you well in everything you do.
Thank you.
I've seen your fighting improve. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
And the good work's coming through. You take care.
Thanks for having me.
Take care, Alexa.
Thank you.
We need a basketball player to come up here. You want to introduce Taylor?
Well, I tell you what, they call this young lady the Michael Westbrook of high school basketball. She led the city league in 2 years in double-double. She led the city league in rebounds in the last 2 years, led the city league in block shots. She's back city league champion. Big hand for Taylor Stewart.
With an intro from Smokin' Jim Frazier. Welcome to the show. Let me get a handshake there. Champ. 3-time champ. Going for number 4,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You're working on it. We need the whole team here, but I'm glad we got you here tonight.
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me your name, because after that introduction, I can't hear anything.
My name is Taylor Stewart.
Well, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And is it all true that what he said there?
Yes.
Wow, I'm done with this interview. That's impressive. Each year you've been getting better and going well. What's your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, I plan on, going to college next year.
I would assume so. I tried to pull that out of you.
I plan on going to college. I do plan on playing basketball, and eventually I plan on going to dental school to become an orthodontist.
Really?
Yes, sir.
You're adding to that resume he's talking about. He can't wait. Look at that smile. You can work on that for your first customer.
I was a general studies major in college.
Okay.
He has like 15 degrees. There's like basket weaving 1 through 10. It's just amazing that what he has. And he actually went to Cal U, and we can't, here's the mystery. We don't know his age. We can't find any record of little Jimmy Frazier being at Cal U. So these stories are all questionable by him. So the introduction, thanks for co-signing that. It's all true. I'm very honored to interview you again. And what's your best game so far this year? Do you have one that you can recall that was a tough game, or maybe your
Tough game. My best game this year might have been our game against Older Dice at home.
what happened?
I had 23 points.
Now that's impressive, Westbrook. You were scoring inside, outside. You got a 3-point shot,
Yes, sir.
and you use it.
Yes.
Oh man, we got to see a game, Smoking Jim. Quit hiding this team from us. That's impressive. And what's your record?
Right now we're 12-8. We just took a tough loss, but
Get out. What happened?
yeah, things weren't coming
They're
together.
trying to
for
beat
us.
down on you guys.
Yeah, we played a great team. We played East Allegheny. Great team, great guard. They were just really competitive. We did some things wrong, made a lot of mistakes, but
Sure.
we learned from it.
And you'll come back even stronger.
Yes, sir.
I could tell. I see that determination. Now, and what got you started in basketball? I got to at least ask that.
I started playing basketball when I was 6 years old.
Were you always the tallest girl?
Yes, always. I've always been the tallest.
I had to ask that one.
Yeah, I've always been the tallest.
Did that create issues for you? What did you think about it?
No, from the start, I've always been pretty athletic. So my athletic.
You were tall and athletic.
Yeah, always.
What parents? You got a blessing there.
Yeah, so everything just pretty much came together.
And you work hard at your.
Yes, I work very hard.
Do you run?
Yes,
Do you do all the drills?
yes.
Do you stay extra?
Yeah, I do. Actually do.
Well, I figured as much.
Yeah.
You want to stay where you're at and get better.
Yes, sir.
I respect that. I'm glad I could have you on the show.
Thank you.
You got anything else you want to bring out there that maybe we forgot to mention? Because Smoking Jim will tell me later or when you're walking down. Did we cover everything?
Yeah, we covered everything.
How's the rebounds?
That's an everyday thing.
I didn't want to state the obvious with you being tall there, but.
Yeah.
And what position do you play?
I play it all. Everything.
That's amazing. Sorry for that pause. Rarely am I at a loss for words, but you caught me there. I wanted to make sure, because this year I could still hear a little. You did say all.
Yeah, I'm able to play wherever, my team needs me.
That is fantastic, and I'm sure they need you at times.
Yeah.
And good luck for college. I know there's probably people eyeing you up a little bit, and you'll get some offers, and you get to go and be an orthodontist.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck. And get some wins.
I got
Come
you.
on. We want this championship. You know, we jumped on the bandwagon, and I predicted 4 in a row.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right. I need that.
I got
And
you.
we need the team. Tell the coach, coaches are all welcome back.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine. I have an amazing team. I love those guys.
I know you do.
Yeah.
To be 3 Peters, how does that even feel?
It feels amazing. It's not, everybody doesn't get that opportunity, that chance.
We know.
And most of us, we've been winning championships since we were in middle school. So.
Hold it. It's more than 3 Pete.
Yeah, 3 of us came into high school together, and we won in
What middle school were you at?
Obama.
Get out. That's great.
Yeah.
And what'd you win there? 2.
Championships, 3.
3 there.
Yeah.
Wow, I was 1 short. Well, we got 6 Peters looking for 7. Whoa, I don't know if you can even say that on TV. But I did. Thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Taylor, see what happened. Once you got out of the seat, he asked to throw in Gateway, which dropped down in sections, hasn't been the same. His best friend was the head coach. He got canned. He's elsewhere. He lives in Penn Hills. We got all this other nonsense. Thanks for that Gateway announcement, Smoking Jim. Go Obama. That's what we're talking about. All right, Sindel, I'm blinded by these lights. Can I have you up here? Sindel, welcome to the show. Please tell them your name.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sindel Taylor, and I'm your current Mrs. Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, America, 2017.
And could you say that Mrs. Pennsylvania again for your best buddy, Spoken Jim, who says Miss Pennsylvania every time that I've heard him say it?
So my
Correct him,
my
please.
correct title is Mrs. Allegheny County. But I am competing for the Mrs. Pennsylvania America pageant in June 2017. In
I was
Philly.
trying to figure this stuff out because he threw the Miss Pennsylvania in.
Mrs.
He threw the Miss Pennsylvania in.
Yeah.
And I couldn't keep track, so I'm glad you could straighten me out because it's not getting through there.
There's a lot of different systems, so we just kind of travel throughout and we support all another. It's really, really awesome to be a part of pageantry.
Well, congratulations and
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Thank you. I need all the luck I can get.
We're big fans of yours, as you know.
Thank you. Yes, I love being here. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Well, we're glad we could have you on. What do you want to talk about? You do some heart things and you
I
do
do.
some great things in the community. I'd like to get out again.
Absolutely. So as you guys notice, I am wearing red. February is Heart Health Awareness Month, which is the platform that I compete with. So basically what I do is, this is my busiest month. I pretty much have an appearance every single day this month. Next Saturday, actually, I have 5 in a row, which is super fun for me. I get to change a lot and wear pretty dresses and dress up. It's like one of my favorite things
All red
to do.
dresses?
All red. Yeah, all red. And I wear red a lot because it signifies the red dress symbol for the American Heart Association. And my goal is to have the world's largest CPR class by 2020 here in Pittsburgh and take the title away from Germany.
How do they get a hold of you for this CPR class?
So right now I'm still putting everything together, but if you want to get a hold of me for the pageant or just any other information about public speaking or anything like that, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Sindel Taylor, so you guys can find me there.
Spell that for them.
So on Facebook, it's SINDELTAYLOR. You can also find me at Mrs. Allegheny County, America. You can just type in my name and you'll find me kind of everywhere. Or you can follow them on Facebook and you'll find me there too.
And you'll see photos with Sindel and Smoking Jim Frazier
Yeah, we
smiling.
have a lot of pictures together. I do a lot of the boxing events. I love being involved in a lot of health aspects of that. Boxing is one of my favorite sports to watch. I specifically love it here in Pittsburgh because they have a concussion protocol. It's super, super healthy for anybody on any level of fitness. So I'm all about trying to promote that 60 minutes a day. It's another part of my platform that I promote.
And how is your health?
So for those of you guys who don't know, I do have a mitral valve prolapse that shows signs of regurgitation, which basically means I have a leaky heart valve, and it can affect anybody, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister. It doesn't define race or gender. And it can act up at any point in time, when I'm sitting here and talking to you, when I'm running a mile, or when I'm sleeping. And the scariest thing about it is it feels like a heart attack. I actually thought I had a heart attack when I was 28 when I found out I had it. And
28?
Yeah, I was 28 when I found out I had it. Yeah.
Wow,
just,
I didn't know
couple
you were
years
that
ago.
old.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't look that old. That's what he's saying. So it's
You
just
heard it.
scary. It's a little scary to find that out when you're at such a young age. People identify heart health problems with typically people that are older, but it can affect anyone from birth and up. And that's my message, is that, you know, if you look around this room and you look to the person to your left and to your right, 1 out of every 3 of you are going to be affected by heart disease, especially women in the room, and especially African American women. And that's stunning to me to find that out, that people don't know that.
Wow, I'm looking at 3 of us here.
Yep, and I'm it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it covered.
I got it covered already. But that doesn't mean that you guys aren't off the hook, though. Men can be affected, too. And it's just different.
I feel like
signs
I'm
and
off the
symptoms.
hook.
You're not off the hook just yet. Not off the hook just yet.
I'm going to
so.
drink another cup of green tea then.
Yes, green tea is very, very good for you as long as it doesn't have sugar, too much sugar.
I never put any sugar. It's
There you go. Loose
unadulterated.
leaf,
6
right?
to 12 cups a day.
Loose leaf tea.
Yeah,
I
loose
watch the
leaf.
weather report. He tells me my weather every morning. So if you guys don't know about that yet, it's an awesome thing to do. He has a loose leaf green tea weather report. See, I know. I pay attention.
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't want to ask you that hard question.
That's okay. You can ask me any question. I get asked probably about 20 different questions every day, and some of them are the same and some of them are really different.
I was
So-
trying to stay positive here
I'm
with
always
what you're
positive.
doing. No, I know, but
Yeah.
I wanted to bring out about your health issues.
Absolutely.
Because nobody would know.
Yeah, not a lot of people know.
And I didn't know what your age was, so that
Thank
just
you.
surprised me.
Thank you.
I'm still surprised.
I do talk about it. You know, my son was affected by heart disease. He had a heart murmur when he was born, and thankfully it doesn't affect him. And then my dad suffered a heart attack and stroke when I graduated high school, so that really was what led me to begin this.
I'll
And-
bet it did.
Yeah, it's just so amazing.
Well, especially
to see.
happening to you.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
super
seeing
scary.
it with your son and your dad.
Yeah, it's extremely scary, and it's one of those things that if you can just help one person, to me, I feel so much better.
You're
about
helping
it.
many more than that. I'm proud of
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really proud of myself. I've been doing this for about 5 years now. This is my second year with the American Heart Association. This is my second year as Mrs. Allegheny County. But I have actually raised a lot of money on my own. I raised last year almost $3,000 for the American Heart Association.
Great. That's
Thank you.
great.
And this year I plan to hopefully double that with an event that I started myself. So I'm really excited for that.
Can you name the event?
The event is called Style from the Heart, and it's an event where we do like haircuts, color, men's colors, and stuff like that, and we operate on a basically donation basis. I haven't started the event quite yet because, again, February is
I
my
like to
busiest
get the word
month.
out.
But yes. Alan Levine's going to be the first one to talk about it. He's the first one to talk about it last year, and I held the event last year at my school, but this year I'm looking at a bigger location with a salon. So
Well, good luck.
we're moving it up. Thank you.
Sounds
I'm
good.
excited.
I'm
I
glad
got a lot
I
of
could-
big things
I'm
planned.
glad I could get that out of you.
Thank you. Anytime. I love being here. I love talking to you guys. You guys ask great questions. I love that you guys talk about sports. I love that you talk about Pittsburgh. I'm definitely a diehard Steelers fan. So I love that
I
you
can't
guys
even
bring
ask
that
you
up.
any more questions. You
can
covered
ask
all
me whatever you
bases there.
want.
Who did you like in the Super Bowl?
We're not going to talk about that right now. Honestly, I
I knew I could stump her.
honestly for me, what I can say is both teams played an excellent game. I myself was like at the halftime show, and I'm like, can I go to bed? Can I not go to bed? But I just couldn't go to bed because
I had to watch
I had
Lady
to watch
Gaga.
it. I had to watch it.
I had to watch Lady
She
Gaga.
was amazing. Lady Gaga, shout out because you were amazing. Halftime show, honestly, best part. I'm just like, oh my God.
I'm
And
glad I
it's
stayed up too.
Me too, and I'm glad I got to watch it. And I definitely have to say that, you know, congratulations to the Patriots and Tom Brady. He did an excellent comeback, and you know, as much as it pains me to say that as a Steeler fan, he was definitely a great quarterback to successfully complete that.
It hurts all of us.
It does, but that's all right. Next year's our year. That's what we say. I know that's what we always
As
say.
long as we
but
don't have that zone defense against them.
see
We
here,
don't need that zone defense.
Yeah, no.
That's
And if
the
they
key.
don't win, then I plan on winning, so we'll be okay.
All right, that's it for Sindel. Get
Thank
out
you
of
so
here.
much.
Thank you for all the compliments. And I still didn't know your age. Get out of here.
Thank you.
This is the guy that started Pittsburgh Sports Nation. Big Mike D. Tell us your name.
Mike Draculich
I like that Draculich.
of
Oh, you tell us, because you're not going to stop when you get him riled up.
Pittsburgh Sports Nation, baby.
I know. I said that while you were walking up. You didn't hear it.
The one and only.
I know. That's it.
That's how you guys been.
Good. We're good.
The last time we talked, we were looking forward to a Super Bowl reunion.
Yeah, missed it.
Then our coaches decided to take stupid pills and go after Tom Brady by allowing him to cut you to pieces.
What'd you think about that zone defense with all those gaps in it?
I never dreamed in my life after watching this team all year, covering them, writing previews every week, that'd be as dumb to come out with a game plan to go into a zone. Don't rush the guy, and just allow him to pick you apart bit by bit by bit by bit by bit.
Slowly but surely.
And then obviously you look at the offense.
Hold
Steelers-
it. Here's the one question I got to ask you. We're on the 1 foot line.
Yeah.
We have an all-pro center.
You have a 6 foot.
We have an all-pro guard. Hold it. I got to give what I said on the show. We have a 6'4", 260-pound quarterback. All he has to do is go behind the center and the guard and fall down. Now, go ahead. You give me your dissertation on that.
Yeah, and you hand the ball off 6 yards deep. That was brilliant there. I was wondering, look, I respect the coaches. I like what they do. I mean, obviously, Mike Tomlin has got to 100 wins.
10 years.
Younger than any youngest head coach has done it. But there's also times that I think he needs to improve on a lot of things.
Time management, zone defense,
letting
offense.
his coaches to, you got to put your input in. And you got to go to the dance with the girl that you're with, right? I mean,
we had a few bring us there. We had a few girls.
And they decided to go with some midget or something like that doing a game plan because they weren't aggressive offensively or defensively, and it led to their demise. And it's like,
well, here, since you brought up defense, I was holding back a little bit. Now, everybody knows you got to pressure Brady.
yes,
I was watching the game and I see 3 guys rushing. That means that we're outnumbered by their offensive linemen on each play.
yes.
And I don't know that much about sports.
I felt confident last night in the Falcons. I thought they would watch what the Steelers did not do. They would come out aggressive, play man-to-man, and get after Brady, which they did. And they were aggressive on the offensive side of the ball as well.
For the first half.
And then I think Mike Tomlin, he brought one of his darts with him that he, obviously shot his coaches with it himself 2 weeks before. And I think after Atlanta went up 28-3, he hit the blow
Luckily, you
dart
have a
with them.
sense of humor, so I'm glad you're bringing this up.
Because I'm kind of wondering, when you have a 28-3 lead, it's 3rd and 1, I believe they had, right?
Yes.
And you have 2 pretty good running backs, Tevin Coleman, Devonta Freeman.
They are at
And
times.
you're going to drop back and attempt to pass, and then you fumble, and then there's the crack in the door. And you begin to wonder, uh-oh. Even though it's a 25-point lead, you know who's on the other side of the ball.
Exactly.
You know if you give Michael Myers a chance, he's coming through that door.
Yeah.
And there it was. So now, I don't know. As soon as I saw that touchdown, and even after Gostkowski missed that field goal,
Yeah.
or the extra point, I was like,
There's trouble.
So
So you watched the whole game.
watch the whole game. And then, again, they started playing a little conservative and,
Right.
again, got aggressive at dumb points. Again, great catch by Julio Jones on the Matt Jones throw. I mean, it was like one of the most
Phenomenal.
tremendous catch. So you're thinking there's, 4 minutes left in the game? Correct? 4 minutes or so? You're in field goal range at the 20-yard line. A field goal puts you up by 11. Game's over, pretty much.
That would end it.
So what do? You get sacked.
Yeah.
Then you get a holding call.
Yeah.
And you're still in field goal range. So what do you do again? Let's drop back another 10 yards and get sacked again and get knocked out of field goal. So that happened. I said, game over. I knew it. Everyone else went, no. I said, nah, watch. They're going to go straight down the field and get a 2-point conversion. And they're going to overtime.
Well, look
and
at
it's
how
over.
the announcers were saying Brady's like at 400 yards. It doesn't even seem like it because he's dinking and dunking the whole time.
That's a team, and that's a team that you cannot give opportunities to. That's why he's going to be there again next year. And the Steelers
Well,
are
what
going
do
to
you
be.
think of his play at 39?
It looks like he's 29. I mean, in that system, he does not get hit as much as
Right.
he did last night. They do protect him
Oh, they
well,
sacked him, yeah.
but once he got going, it was it.
Yeah.
So you look at the Steelers next year. Hopefully, Martavis Bryant comes back healthy and he's ready to go. And
Yeah.
you got AB.
We got
out
a lot
there.
of weapons.
That's what they're going to have to utilize next year to overcome that team because they're going to be there. I know they're the favorite again, so there's no getting around it.
No doubt.
So Steelers are going to have to, I'm sure Jim agrees, they're going to have to be aggressive on offense.
I don't know.
Attack.
What does Smoking Jim think of this?
I think Jim's going to say that we need some help defensively and maybe one more receiver because the rest of them guys, Marcus Wheaton, I don't see him coming back.
Nah.
He's done nothing. Sammy Coates, he hurt his hand. It's kind of
He
hard
got
to catch
surgery again.
Kind of hard to catch a pass
He
when you got broken hands and ligaments, but
He got surgery,
yeah. So hopefully he
he
comes
won't be
back
cured.
and he could do something with those hands. But they had nothing there. I mean, Hayward Bay did nothing for them in that game. I was kind of disappointed that they deactivated DeMarcus Ayers. I thought that kid played well.
I thought he should have
in
played.
the playoffs. I thought he should have been in that game over them other guys. And then, regardless of the receivers they had in that game against New England, they played conservative. And I think you look at Roethlisberger, and he had, I'm going to take things in my mind and take a couple weeks to think things over. Everyone, the media is all jumping all over all this, and they're saying, "Oh my God, look, he's coming back." Okay, but I understand what's going through his head.
He suffered some injuries.
I think
They twisted his leg and stuff, his knee and
I
ankle.
think he suffered some mental injuries because he's thinking to himself, I could do a lot more like Brady can. I could come out there. I have the ability to do my own stuff. He wants to go hurry up. He wants to
Know how to
do like
hurry.
a faster pace and stuff like that, and he gets held back. And I don't think he was dumb enough to call that 6-yard deep handoff on
Well,
first
I'm
and
not a
inches.
Haley guy. It was Haley.
So I think that's what he wants to talk about in the offseason to the
He'll
rookies
be
and
back.
say, look,
There's no doubt.
oh, he's coming back.
He'd
But
have
I
to
think
pay
he wants-
$19 million to
He
get
wants
out
more
of his
control over that
contract.
offense, and why not give it to him? This is the guy who got you to 3 Super Bowls. He won you 2. Let the guy go do what he can, and if he doesn't, what does it get you anyway? I mean, we
Right.
lost this year on a team that I felt we could have beat that team.
Let's bring Smoking Jim in on this discussion. Smoking Jim, did you agree with any of that?
I agree with everything.
All
That's
right.
what I like to hear.
But everybody knows
Get
I'm a
off the stage so he can make his true comments.
everybody knows I'm a professional gambler. And I bet so much money on New England that at halftime I didn't watch Lady Gaga. I was looking to get in the witness protection program. So when they came back and won, I was a happy camper, brother. I can stay in my house another year.
As a side note, we don't condone gambling. If you don't gamble, don't start. If you listen to Smoking Jim throughout the season, he had some mortal locks, about 8 of them, and I think he lost 7 of them. So for him to just throw the couple dollars he had at the end, that made him feel good. So don't
that's-
start gambling.
I spoke to Jim about Justin Gilbert. On the way up, I heard that they cut him. He is not going to be responsible for any of their contract, but that's 2 years in a row now the Steelers have traded for a cornerback and basically never
Got
used him.
nothing.
I mean, Jim, you got to help me out here. What are they doing with that? What's the deal with
Wait till
trade
you
for
hear- wait till you
somebody
hear
and
these
never
insights.
use this guy? What is up with that?
Well, other than wide receivers, the Pittsburgh Steelers have a difficult time drafting and trading for anybody. But I think the most important thing that they need in the offseason is something that they needed for the last 4 years, a guy at right outside linebacker that can get after the quarterback. Pittsburgh Steelers' biggest problem is they would not admit that Jarvis Too Slow Jones was a bust on draft day, and then the next year they wouldn't move Shazier to right outside linebacker. So it's a little stubborn, so they have to get either a free agent, a veteran free agent, or draft a guy that can get after the quarterback.
How do you feel about your man James Harrison, though?
Well-
Ageless guy. If you talk about someone like Tom Brady, who's 39, and this guy,
He spends $1,000 a day
and
on his health.
the
Well,
guy's something else.
Well, James Harrison's going to be on the team, and he understands his role. James Harrison's the only guy in the Pittsburgh Steelers uniform the last 10 years that need 2 tickets to get in the zoo, 1 to get in and a ticket to get out. This guy is mean, he's vicious, but he understands at 39, almost 40, that if the Pittsburgh Steelers bring in somebody young, that's their job, and that's his last year with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He understands that.
He's a tremendous athlete, and it's been awesome to watch that guy play. And I'm looking forward to him coming back.
Yeah.
And I think, they're going to be up there again next year. They're going to be one of the best teams.
When
and
he's your best defensive player, what are you going to do?
It makes you go, what? It's kind of hard to say because Ryan Shazier obviously is a
Yeah,
tremendous.
when he stays healthy.
Tremendous linebacker
When
he's
he's
out there.
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, they got lots of nice talent on that defensive line. I mean, you
And
see
they got
these-
some speed.
They got speed. They got
Hey,
speed.
last
They got-
night, man, I thought about you because I had my fireplace going in my game room, and I said, man, I wish I was in Midland to get some wood because everything's boarded up in Midland.
They boarded up because they were worried you were coming down there.
His reputation
They
precedes
know
him.
when Jim comes down, sometimes he takes a few things with him back to Gateway High School.
Oh, he has to. They've been dropping, so he's got to do something.
Hey, we recruited a few players out of Midland, no doubt. Aliquippa, the Beaver Valley in general, and I wish we could have recruited Taylor Stewart.
What are you guys doing this Friday night?
This Friday, what's going on this Friday night?
Who's playing?
It's Black History Month. What do you mean? We partying all month, brother.
Well, I think you should come down to Midland, down to the world famous Midland
Is he welcome?
Gymnasium.
Is he welcome in Midland?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
banned in a lot
you
of
can
communities.
sit right next to me, man. I'll take care of him. Don't
Ah,
worry.
nice.
All right, thanks, Mike. I might come down. What's going on in Midland?
Well, you got Central Catholic up here. They're coming down
He
to
hates
visit.
Central Catholic.
You could be right next to me rooting on Nellie Cummings and Lincoln Park.
Now there's two street lights at Midland. Which one's the game on?
You know the the second one.
I'll be there.
Yes, I believe
Guess
it's a
what?
7
He's not
o'clock game.
coming. He's not coming.
Oh, don't be afraid. Come on.
I'll be there,
They heard
man.
the one
I'll
light
give
burn
you guys a
out.
police escort in there, guys.
Ah.
Let me know. They'll let you in there, and
There you go.
Well, they still got the curfew in Midland, don't they?
I cannot condone or confirm or deny things I do not.
See, well, you opened up a can of worms with my man. He doesn't just, he plays dumb on most of this stuff, but look what he threw out at you.
I think you guys should be my guest that night.
Whoa, there you go.
Sounds good. I'll be there.
I don't
Wanna
know,
go?
we had some plans for Black History Friday.
Yeah, that's right.
And Jim keeps pumping me up since I know a lot about black people. Do you
No.
want that book on the Negro Leagues that I tried to give you 2 years ago?
Yes,
that
I
you
read 17 pages. I want to read the rest.
I know.
See, you come down to Midland, you can see that, even though I really can't stand Penn State that much, but, Penn State's first African-American ball player was from Midland. That'd be Dave Alston, which was
He
probably
was from Midland?
the greatest athlete
Wow.
maybe to come out of this area. He was called the Black Jim Thorpe.
Wow.
Well, I know the greatest
We
basketball.
got some history for Black History Month right here.
The greatest high school basketball team of all time probably was the 1965 Midland team with Simi Hill and Norm Van Leer and Cornell Lake's uncle. And the greatest thing they ever did in Midland was shut down the school.
Well, we had to give everyone else opportunities to win championships because we were the basketball capital of Pennsylvania. And now with Lincoln Park back, we've reclaimed that title.
Wow, you got it right here.
Was the Slappies from Midland too?
Man, they all from Midland.
You're overwhelming them right now.
We're from everywhere. Every name you know out there, the Lakes, the Alsons, the Slappies, the Draculages.
We're going to have to wind this debate. Though.
Oh, nobody move. On this show, we got 400 shows here on YouTube. We've interviewed 500 guests. Presently, we got 21 people in our Hall of Fame. What's my favorite number, L. Levine, the talking machine?
22.
Big Mike, on 7/17/17, you're going in the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Another Hall of Famer from Midland.
Now I know he'll look out for me on Friday.
Smoking Jim just knows what to say. The debate is over. He's in charge of picking our Hall of Famers. Like Frank Favis is a great photographer. I don't know how he got in our Hall of Fame. I'm still questioning what the criteria is. The first time he had the first class, he called up about 7 people, and I thought it was over. He put me in the Hall of Fame, on the Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Fame. I surrender. This has been a great night, great show. Thanks for coming out to the show. Appreciate you made it.
My man.
I didn't bring up about your last time. What happened? Put that water under the...
Well, I was right about every other team.
Yeah. You were. And it was great to have you back. Thanks, everybody. And I always end the show with a young boy who died of cancer, Joey Favis. Donate to the Joey Favis Childhood Cancer Foundation. And I'm going to end the show with Stay Joey Strong.